So after 4 weeks of strength conditioning and fitness exercises that have been off a squash court, we're now going to try and incorporate movement patterns that are specific to movement on the squash court. The way we're going to do that is by splitting the squash court up into 15 sections. You can see 10 of them here. There are 5 more in the front of the court, and these sections are reflective of Vuckovic, who set up this model in a lot of research, and I've attached a presentation to the classroom and to my LinkedIn account, which actually goes into quite a lot of detail about these 15 sections. They basically highlight the prevalence of shots played in certain areas of the court, and they also take an analogy of types of shots that are played in this section. To start with, we're just going to go through the movement patterns. So we have 3 white dots, 3 yellow dots, 3 orange dots, and then back across to the other side, 3 yellow dots and 3 white dots. The white dots are indicating shots that are played pretty tight, whether it be at the front of the court, which ones you can't see, the middle of the court, or at the back court. And by tight, they're within a metre of the side wall, either side. The yellow dots are shots that are played loose, or that come wide off the back wall, or a boast that comes quite short and isn't too far onto the side wall, or a trickle boast, in the case of the front right or the front left. And the central shots here are shots that are either played extremely loose, or in the professional game, they're usually body shots from cross court, or again, it could be a triple boast in the case of being at the front of the court. And all we're going to try and do is actually begin to link up our movement patterns. The way that these are numbered is back right, so for the right-handed player, forehand side is 1, back left is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 for the white spots. For the yellow spots, 7 at the front, 8, that's front left, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then in the middle, the front is 13, 14 is basically the recovery position on the tee, and 15 is sitting back near the door. And all I want us to do to start with is just to look at linking up movement patterns. The way we're going to do this is I will set up and give specific numbers for you guys to try and follow to mimic a rally situation, a likely rally situation, and then I want you guys to look at rallies in a pro game and try and mimic them by using this squash court, okay, using this 15 points. We'll progress this into doing certain shots by next week, and these shots will again reflect the likelihood of people playing these shots in certain areas, and this will be matched with stats and percentages of players who play these shots in the game. So to start with, in a nice ready position, and from here, we're going to go to the likelihood of a backhand corner shot first, okay? Just a backhand straight drive, split step, moving across, hitting, clearing, back into split step, go back again, hitting, clearing, back in the middle. The next shot could then be a boast from your player, your opponent playing because you played a shot really tight, stepping over, split step, just coming forward, strike, recover. It could then be a volley that's gone tight, recover, and back into the rally. So the way that I'm going to question this, or the way that you guys can practice, is by putting numbers to your movement patterns. So it could be 2, 14, 2, 14, 2, 14, 3, for example. And this will just help you begin to move around the court specific to shots. It's not just ghosting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are a lot more specifics that are involved now. It could be that you've hit a volley at number 3, you've returned, you've then hit a volley drop, returned, and in your opponent's attempt to hit a cross court, you can then meet a volley slightly more central, rather than having to come across. It might be more specific that if you hit a nice volley drop, they're going to be slightly looser on their return. We'll go more into the specifics of that next week, but to start with, find a space. It doesn't have to be a squash court size. If you want to use a squash court size, it's 9.75 metres by 6.4, but anything that roughly has a length and then 2/3 of the width, you can then begin to make 15 points on the squash court. And again, the presentation that I have will give you all the points, the rough areas to create your movement model, 15-point movement model.